Welcome back, everybody, to 2Noobs2Boobs. I gave the others a little homework project, right? And talking to these two is like fucking herding cats. I'm just gonna say, like, you say, hey, I just want,
we're
like,
cats.
Yeah, meow, right?
We're cool cats.
Yeah,
I
cool.
do like to be left alone, so that makes a lot of sense.
That is true.
And you scratch.
And you're a big pussy.
I have one.
Oh, all right. Well, cool.
Woo!
Yeah. So I gave him a little homework task, like
you love
just
catnip.
yeah, and you love catnip, and you like
For
licking
some
your own,
reason.
licking your own snatch, right? So,
Don't we all?
yeah, don't we all? But yeah, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Pretty
what's
good.
happening?
Pretty
Welcome
good.
back. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Survived another week of this fucking New Year's, and here we are.
Yeah, it was a busy week this week.
Oh,
Busy week in more ways than one.
You're lucky we're alive.
Yeah. No, I mean, like a lot of things happened today, or not today, but this week, that were kind of like groundbreaking events in the history of certain events, right? Certain venues that you like to go to. For instance, football, right?
I love football. I
know,
love it.
Joe, you're a huge football fan, right?
Great.
So
great
give me,
ball, great balls.
To have 3 legendary coaches just get fired or retired in a matter of 24 hours. It was fucking mind-blowing. Like,
their contract with the Illuminati was up.
Yeah.
Bro, that's so true.
Yeah, it might be true. Yeah. But I just don't remember ever a time in our history where it was just like anything where you had, you know, like for instance, Michael Jordan retired. It was the main thing on the news. Everybody was watching it. I remember I was in middle school, to show my age, right? And my teacher put it on the TV and was crying when he retired. When he retired the first time. No, I know, I love Michael Jordan, but that's how. That's what I'm saying is like those are moments in history that you're gonna remember where you were at, right? It's like a 9/11, right? You remember where you're at when 9/11 happened if you were born that time, right? I Michael Jordan retiring. You remember where you were at when Michael Jordan retired.
Remember where I was at when we found out Kobe Bryant had died.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant. Major moments in history that have happened. It's taken over the. Michael Jackson when he died. You know, those are major moments in history, right?
That I remember.
I remember I was in a damn Burger King.
Of course you were.
It was at a Burger King, and I looked at the TV. I was like, Michael Jackson died?
You never go a TV in a Burger King?
Yeah, they had one.
Yep. What year was that? Can we do a quick Google search?
Yeah, like 2009, 10.
Okay, because I was probably in college then. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. 1958, 2009. Yeah, the day after my birthday.
I was in college.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, it was summer. It was actually summer during my sophomore year of college. Yeah.
Yeah. But so what I'm getting at though is that you had 3 legendary people that would have took over a news cycle in one day. They would have took over a news cycle if one of them did it. You know, like, you know, space that out. They did it within a day. 3 fucking people. So, I mean, it is going to be like one of those remember where you're at moment, you know, but it's going to be over a span of 24 hours. It's not going to be a specific location when it happened because Nick Saban retired, a legendary college football coach that had 7 national championships, right? Did all kinds of things for the University of Alabama, never had a losing season, whatever college he went to. He had Bill Belichick, who Nick Saban and him are best friends. Get fired, mutually departed from the Patriots. Had 5 or 6?
6.
6 Super Bowl champions. Went to the Super Bowl 8 times because they lost 2.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, went to the Super Bowl 8 times
in consecutive years.
Right. Well, not consecutive, but it was over a span of time.
A span of time.
Yeah. So had that. Then you had Pete Carroll, who won national championships and has won a Super Bowl. All of it is legendary. Like had huge footprints in the NFL and college, and they all left in one day.
Can I just quick before you finish that thought? I just watched Joe Why, and then the first thing came out: why do people become lactose intolerant?
Your browsing history is weird.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, ask that question because I'm lactose intolerant. I'd also like to know why I became lactose intolerant. Sorry, go ahead. I just saw it and I thought that was very funny. I needed that little bit.
Yeah.
That was
Why
good.
NFL coaches get fired?
Read about genetics and some other crap.
Yeah, and diet and all that.
Well, I mean, they get
environment
fired
that
for a
we go.
variety of reasons, right? For obviously not winning, right? And then sometimes, which is going to be really unique at the end of this season, right? And I know this is kind of a new avenue. We've never really got delved into sports, and through all of our episodes.
So just so to be clear to everybody, I'm an avid Patriots fan. I've been a Pats fan for years.
Yeah, since they started
Jason's
winning.
No, before that, fuck you. So then and then Jason's an avid Dolphins fan. So we're both in the same. We're in the same
Division.
Division thing. I think of the word. So and we're rivals. So fuck you and your fucking Dolphins. But also yes. And then there's Joe who is just here for the vibes.
I think he's a Ravens fan, aren't you? I mean,
Ravens.
You support the local team,
Born
right?
and raised in the Baltimore area. Yeah.
Supports the local team. He's he's not a huge fan, but if it's on, he'll watch it in the background while he's doing.
Love Flacco. He's great.
Flacco.
He doesn't play for you guys anymore.
I know. I'm aware.
I'm a big fan of Trent Dilfer.
I love Jackson. I love Michael.
Remember that time Ray Rice caught that ball? That time, Joe. That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Like I love when they do like a home plate thing.
Yeah, when they hit the home run.
Yeah, when they do the home runs.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I love that. I love it. You know why I love you so much? And again, not to deviate from the subject. The hilarity that ensues when I talk to you every day makes me very happy. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, though, at the end of this season, right?
Love you mean it.
At the end of the season, even in the playoffs, did that do that on purpose, or did you do that?
No, I didn't do it. I just did it, like
What?
to see if does it do it for everybody or just me.
Does it do hearts?
Oh, it's just me. It's just me. I see it on my screen.
What the fuck? Anyways,
I'm here for the vibe.
you guys are fucking derailing my conversation.
You guys are the ones that are.
It's very important. I am riveted with everything you're saying.
But what I'm saying is, though, and even at the end of the playoffs, we could see more coaches get fired that were winning coaches. So what I was getting at is like, you don't even have to win. You don't have to lose. You could still win, go to the playoffs and still get fired because of the current situation, right? You have Bill Belichick and you got freaking Pete Carroll available that still want to coach. So who's to say that they don't go coach Dallas Cowboys? Shit like that.
I mean, whatever. If it's for the betterment of the team, which God, please let it be for the betterment of the team. I really need a win because I can't. The things that bring me joy in life are in this order: my dog and my family, who I love dearly, shopping, football. Okay, get it the fuck together. Okay. I love football. It makes me so happy. When football season's coming back and, you just feel the Americana in the air and your girl just wants to watch a little bit of football and watch some dudes run around in tight pants. Oh, especially, anyway. But look, that's what it just makes me happy.
So this is what it sounds like from a Pats fan that's had their first losing season in fucking
No.
2
it's
decades. In 2 decades.
This is like the third losing season in a row.
Oh, that's the second, I think, right?
I don't know.
They went to the playoffs the first year.
All I know is I've been upset. Yeah, you're right.
Since Brady, when Brady left, yeah.
Yeah. Because we had whatever the fuck his name was.
Trash Jones.
No,
Mac
the one
Jones.
before that.
You had Mac Jones. That's who replaced Tom Brady.
But I'm talking about. No.
Yes.
Hold on. Anyway, go ahead. Finish your thought.
But this is what happens when the Patriots fans have like a losing season and they become the dumpster fire of the NFL after being the fucking reign of terror for fucking 2 decades.
My dick, bitch.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
Just saying. The reign of terror for 2 decades.
Avid football fan, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to be a football fan when your team is good.
I think it's clearly they didn't want to win anymore. I
they
mean,
were giving everybody else a chance.
The Illuminati didn't want them to win anymore, and so like,
hold on,
they're choosing to like defy the overlords, and that's why they're fired because they're not listening.
The overlords,
clearly, because football is the Coliseum of the modern day.
Well, you're right.
From what's going on in the government.
You're right.
So here we go.
And I'll tell you, and I'll tell you why, because the world has gone to shit. And the only thing that makes me happy
All right.
is watching huge dudes crash into each other all day
Right.
for about 40 an hour to 45 minutes, depending on what the going on, and for 4 quarters, and it makes me very happy. Okay, kick a ball through the uprights, and and everybody erupts in enjoyment and go yeah or boo. It's a good time watching football.
Have you ever been
Oh,
to
yeah.
Have you ever been to a football game?
Have I been to a football? Am I a Nicky fan? Of course, I've been to a football game. When am I first rodeo?
Just asking. A lot of people watch football, just haven't been to a football game.
Been to many a football game. In fact, been to and sat front row, bitch.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When the Pats were playing the Jets one time when I was in college, so it was like the Jet Stadium wasn't that far from where I went to college, and the tickets were like
$3.
I don't know, no, they were like $200 or so.
Oh, okay.
And I bought like 3 with me and my sister and our friend. We went. It was a good time. Freezing, but we went.
Yeah.
You're tailgating?
Of course, love tailgating. You know me and food. Anywhere there's hot meat being singed over open flame, I'm there.
Yeah. I took my son for his birthday to Washington Commanders Seahawks game because he's a Seahawks fan. And it was a year before Russell Wilson left. And we had pretty good seats. It was a good time.
Yeah, like I've been tailgating in the snow,
Mm-hmm.
going in there. It's just a different vibe when you're there. Like I get it,
Ooh.
like hooting and hollering in the stadium. That's cool. But when you're in my living room, can you shut the fuck up? And it's like
Yeah.
doing nothing.
I like the comfort. I like the comfort of home, especially like cold games, because that was a cold game. Like it was like later in the year, so it was cold. But like the comfort of being inside your house and being able to get up and go to the bathroom and not pay $9 for a fucking beer, right?
Yeah.
All that shit. But
True.
the experience of going to the game, it's just different. And then it just looks so crazy too, because when you get out to the field,
Not a sponsor.
when you get out to the fucking field, it just looks so small, right? And you forget that 100 yards is 100 yards. If you go to your local high school, and watch a 100-yard football game there, right? It's the same field that the NFL players are playing on. It's just the way that the NFL and even college on how they broadcast it, it just becomes so big and becomes such a like part of life. It's just it's epic.
Video is different,
They just
I
do
love,
such a good job at producing it.
I just want to point out to the class, I have a correction. So between Mac Jones and Tom Brady, Cam Newton.
Oh yeah, I forgot Cam Newton. I forgot about Cam Newton. Yeah.
So I was right.
Yeah.
So
Cam Newton. Yeah, it was Mac Jones after Cam Newton. I forgot about that. You're right. Good job. Yeah, Cam Newton. I'm surprised that didn't work out, honestly.
Well, he's too cocky. Like he's too cocky,
broken.
and he could have been good. We had a lot of hopes for him, but I think from him coming from he was the Jaguars prior. Is that what it was? No, who was he before? Anyway, he wanted to
Panthers.
Panthers, thank you. He wanted to change, moving to the Pats, thinking he was able to like move from them to be the same guy, and that's not how the Pats work.
Yeah,
they're a different organization. Like they're good, but they're good for a reason because they are
the Patriot way.
That, and then they're actually friends and they're close and they play with they live lives for each other, right? They play with each other. That's where my head went. No, that's not what I was trying to say.
Going back to the hooting and hollering about sports stuff, I want to say like my neighbor, God bless our insulation between our houses. The only time I've heard them screaming and yelling is over NASCAR.
Really?
Like, granted, like I used to like play NASCAR games and like watch that shit because like my best friend was a redneck. I'm like, it's crazy. Like on his flagpole, he'll put whatever NASCAR flag up there. Like,
whatever whatever car driver.
It's just so fascinating.
I don't understand racing. Like I understand the concept of racing. I don't understand watching racing. To me, it is just like watching golf, right? Like I'm sure if you go like to a racing event, right? If you actually went to the speedway and saw the race happening, it would be more exciting than sitting in your living room. You know what I mean? Because it's especially NASCAR. Like I gotta watch 400 left turns.
Yes, you're doing a Daytona 500, and she's like, "Okay, and this guy's first. Now this guy's first. Oh,
Yeah.
they're edging up." This guy's
Like, I
first.
think I could do like I have friends too that were just like NASCAR starting up here soon. I think in February, right? Daytona 500 in February. So like they're gonna go home and watch it. Spend that whole Sunday is watching NASCAR. And I get it. There's a lot of drama and wrecks and all that other shit, but I don't want to watch a wreck every 100 laps. I just don't. Like it's just not exciting to me.
I have the feeling like going to a NASCAR, I almost said game, and that's not right. A NASCAR event, kind of what you guys are talking about, rather than it's like the opposite for football, right? So for football, you get there and you're like, oh, it's definitely you don't get the whole like commentators commenting and stuff like that. But like during like NASCAR, and again, I don't know, I've never been. I think you get that, but you're there. You get the commentators, you get you feel the electricity in the air, you feel that. The energy, and you're like, oh, okay, this is cool. Like this is a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you go to any event, it's also going to be a different experience. And I went to a NFL game when I was younger to Tampa and Chicago, I think, at the old Samboro, and it was fun there. It was awesome. It was before they made Raymond James Stadium and all that other shit. But when I went recently, I was sitting there like. Play happens, they go into huddle, another play happens, and I'm like, what? Something's different. It just feels different, It's like, oh yeah, because I don't have fucking Joe Buck talking to my fucking ear, right? Like,
you don't get the commentator.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't like. So yeah, there's not that commentating. So like, I mean, that whole the commentation of the sport. Same thing with basketball. If you go to an NBA game, I think they're great to go to, and they're a fun experience. And there's a lot of stuff to keep you entertained. They do the little stuff on the side and little. I wish I could go there for one to see the little Mighty Might football teams go play the mascots. Have you seen those?
No. Oh wait, yes, I have. I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Have you seen it, Joe? Mascots. Playing like little kids football, like they're in full pads, football? Right? Yeah, like
they're little kids.
Yeah, they're like 10 years old, 11 years old, or some shit.
Right.
And fucking these mascots are grown adults.
Fucking these kids,
and trucking them.
That's every adult's dream.
It's so funny, man. Just fucking running them over.
Pads, like. Have at
it. Fuck it. They get hit. So and then they're like over them, like taunting them and shit. It's just so funny.
Because they're like 6'5" mascots with giant heads of these little kids.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I love watching those videos. Yeah, did you know that Christian McCaffrey, when he was in Mighty Might football, he played in a fucking mascot game?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, look at these adults.
Look at Broncos. Housed these kids.
Just hurdle. Look at he's just fucking. Look at him. Boom.
Murking these kids. So fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Fucking grown adults just abusing the shit out of them, just leveling.
Well, look how like the size difference and like it's so funny.
It comes out of nowhere.
Sacking these poor little kids.
This way. The Cincinnati Reds mascot. Look at this
why
buffalo.
Is he there? That's so good.
It intercepts it.
I think it's fair. Like they got padding, which helps the kids.
Yeah. Well, and these mascots are also looking outside of a mascot hole.
They have limited vision, so
it's in the mouth. Your eye. So my eyes would be in the mouth.
Yeah.
Said.
He's just looking at him, stiff arming him. Oh, look at old Blue go chase that kid down. Like the Indianapolis Colts mascot is funny, man. Like
hilarious.
He's just fucking trucking these kids.
Take them down.
Yeah, some of them. I mean, it's like
they team up.
Yeah, they have to like get the whole fucking team basically on them and shit. Look at them stiff. It's just so funny. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, he face masked the hell out of that kid. That's
they're
I love that.
Their center of gravity is low, so especially at speed, you could take them down.
Oh, he does. This nacho chip or what is that thing? I don't know what it is, but he just trucked through these kids.
It looks like a nacho chip. It also looks like a chicken.
Oh god, it's just so funny. So I know for the listeners here, we're sitting here watching some grown men and mascots. The Broncos guy just ran over a kid. It's so ridiculous. These little kids, they're probably like, they got to be like 11 or 12 years old, but it's just grown adults just running them over. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you go check it out. Make sure you go check it out. Did he get hit in the nuts? Oh, he hit the seagull.
Seagull.
He barely missed the seagull. This is another thing. Like I used to love. I had like
Randy
a VHS.
Johnson killed a pigeon. That's
This
that one. Yeah. Wow.
Like an old VHS of like sports follies. I love that stuff.
Took his ball, dude. Water
Like,
hazard.
Yeah, drop the golf ball right in there. Yeah, there's some funny like wild animal ones at the golf course too. Oh my god.
Oh, I was like, where is this? And then I'm realizing
That's the most American thing I've ever seen. A baseball player at the national anthem and a fucking bald eagle lands on him.
That's Seattle. So they were that must have been they have eagles there.
Yeah. What the fuck? There's a chicken on there.
Somebody threw a chicken on the rink.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, who's like
this poor chicken probably freaking out. It's got a fucking cape on it. Like, what the hell kind of shit is that? Is this got to be in Russia or something?
Where did this chicken come from?
No, that's the Canadians. That's Canada football. Or
puppy.
Look at the dog chasing the soccer ball. Like
probably a stray.
Yeah, it just got in there.
He just wants to play with the ball.
Maybe he got an owner out of that. Yeah, give him the ball at that point. You know, let him have it. Kick him over the corner.
Just wants to play.
Yeah, the squirrel. Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah. I think in this one, the guy is like commentating it. He's at the 5. He's going to score. You know, like, and then this pigeon takes off with the whole kickoff team.
You know, I love animals so much. They make me so happy.
Maybe that pigeon was a reincarnated football player.
Maybe. Sometimes I'll see that. Why is there a gorilla?
Is that a real gorilla or is that a person?
That is so unsafe.
That's a person.
Okay.
Yeah, his head's bobbing. And he does a good job on that person walking like that. Got to have extension on his arms.
Like there's no way they have a gorilla. Yeah, that's someone in a suit. Okay,
Amy loves you. Oh my god. Yeah, that's funny.
Is that a rabbit?
Yes. All right. We're getting distracted.
Yeah, we're getting distracted by this videos.
Yeah. At sporting events.
Yeah. All right. Well,
what was the other one? War.
Oh yeah. I mean, we fucking dropped bombs on fucking Yemen,
which we rarely do.
I know. It's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask you this question, kind of in reference to this. As we all know, our dear friend Jason he's now retired, but he was in Navy for a while. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Is there ever a time you'd ever get like called back for something? Is that, or is it because you're retired, you're now out, and like there's no risk of that?
Yeah, you can get called back. So what happens typically is when somebody joins.
Is it like a take-in situation? Like they took your daughter and now you got to go fuck some shit up?
No, I mean, so like for like
had that fantasy.
Like 9/11.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. That makes sense.
So 9/11. So if it's something where it's big enough, right, you have something called the Fleet Reserve, right? So what happens is, and it's every branch has it, but most of the time when you join the military, your first 4 years, you sign up for 8, essentially. You only do 4, and then for 4 years, you're basically in backup. So during that 4-year time period, they could be like, shit kicked off, I need you back. Right. And it just happens. So, but once you kind of have committed it, you know, like I'm in the reserve, what's it called? I'm not going to get called back, basically, because I'm in the fleet reserves. Like I am like the bottom of the fucking barrel, right? Like I'm basically the old guy in the movie Battleship that's just hanging out in the movie Battleship, you know, just there. And they're like, who's going to operate this battleship? And then I come crawling out like, right, well, I'll operate the fucking fully manned guns because I am the only one trained for it. Hey, Sonny.
Are you Vietnam/World War II vets, as they call it for some reason, because robots have decided to attack?
Just aliens came out of nowhere. And then the only way that we can do it is using this,
who knows how to,
this museum that has been gutted and has full armament on it somehow. But
is
also
that still operational?
Yeah, but it still has
this old
sailors just hanging out on it, you know, like who's gonna operate it? I will.
The dream.
Yeah. So that's basically me.
Engineer.
That's basically me.
What a ragtag group of old men.
Ooh, You know what my favorite movie of like all time is Down Periscope. Love Down Periscope.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
And like you said, ragtag group of people, like that's kind of like the visual I get.
That's every 90s movie.
Yeah. No, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
Down Periscope.
It's good.
There's some really good, funny military movies out there.
Sergeant Payne.
Major Payne.
Major Payne, thank you. Love that movie.
Yeah, we didn't get the prequels when he was enlisted and then made lieutenant.
Mr. Payne.
Private Payne.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Private Payne. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Major Payne. If you there's a really good one that I will always live by and say it's probably the funniest military Navy movie out there, and it's older. It has Tony Curtis and Cary Grant in it. And it's called Operation Petticoat.
Oh, I've seen that.
In the pink submarine.
Yeah. And they're like, what are they trying to do? I forget.
Well,
it's been a minute.
Because they're a submarine and they get bombed, and then they try to repair the submarine, and then they have to leave the island because it's being attacked again. Right. And then they're like, okay, we need to paint it. So the only paint they could find was red primer and white paint. So and it wasn't enough paint to paint they didn't have any gray paint. So like it's okay, we're gonna get gray paint soon. Just this is enough to do to get it primed up. And then so they paint it pink. It's pink now, right? And all the sailors are like, what the fuck is this, right? And then so it's like Christmas, and then they get attacked again, and then they gotta fucking leave. So they got this pink submarine, and the Japanese are like talking about it, like, we don't know what you're doing, Americans, with your pink submarine, but we will find you. Like it's all like, it is so much that happens in that movie. It's such a great movie.
It's a lot. But anyway.
Yeah. McHale's Navy is another good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, The Great Escape. Love The Great Escape.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie. Anything with Steve McQueen in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not really a comedy, but it's a good movie.
No, I mean, it was funny in parts.
Yeah, it was funny in parts.
But
Hogan's Hero is a good movie. That's a good, funny.
Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah,
MASH, even though MASH is really depressing, but I like.
There was a lot of funny parts in it. MASH had a whole bunch of emotions.
Jamie Farr, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
oh my God,
it had all kinds of emotions, like funny moments, sad moments, love moments. It was a good show. Good show.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. What else happened this week in the fucking crazy week of the news?
Amazon did some layoffs at their MGM studios and Twitch.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
what's like
awesome.
Is that a symptom of something? Are we not streaming? What's going on? I don't know.
I mean, is streaming, are people canceling their services, or do they think that they're not just making money on this product and they don't, or maybe they're making the amount of money they think they should make and don't need to pay the employees that are there to work it. They can work it for less.
It's that last one.
Yeah. So it's more money for Bezos to make his bunker next to fucking Zuckerberg.
Yeah, did you see Zuckerberg's doing it something else? Did I send you that? Yeah, because like all these like billionaires, they're making underground bunkers.
Yeah, huge bunkers with like human genome labs and fucking
farms.
Zombie apocalypse. Good stuff. That's how that starts.
I don't think it's gonna be a zombie apocalypse.
It's nuclear.
It's nuclear.
Fallout.
It's 100% nuclear. Like, and they know.
Then trigger zombies.
Yeah. Half melted humans trying to fucking survive.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's
with
fine.
radiation poisoning.
Right. I do really well in the zombie apocalypse, so it'll be okay.
You would do well in the zombie apocalypse?
I feel like I would.
I want to know how you would do well during the zombie apocalypse.
Well,
yeah, what would you do?
Yeah.
I'm a great liar. One.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So really, we need to learn some survival methods.
I'm waiting for the survival part to come in.
We should probably do that sooner than later.
Right. Not just a pretty face. Also know how to, do a lot of things that, someone who looks like me wouldn't normally know how to do.
Example.
I think I do okay.
Just one.
I'm really good with knives.
Do you have nunchuck skills? Like
That's not a
Napoleon
knife.
Dynamite. Yeah.
That's not a knife.
You good with
That's something
knives?
else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with knives.
She can
that
cut
kind of
up
thing.
lemons.
Really well, okay. Shit. For a margarita, absolutely. Not just a pretty face.
I think we're all fucked. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
I'm thinking. I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, so obviously, if somebody attacks us,
Huh?
they're gonna attack DC. I think
Mhm.
we're all close to DC, where I don't think we're gonna survive.
Definitely major cities. That's the first thing. Definitely
Yeah.
major cities.
I mean,
Like,
it is not. I don't want to live all fucking gloom and doom and the fucking world's coming to an end and we every fucking generation it goes through that and it feels like every decade we go through this process, right?
No, you're just old and gross.
Jesus is coming. I saw him on a fucking toast, whatever the fucking case may be, right? And or some
a mole in the shape of a
some
star. That
prophecy that some fucking ancient fucking civilization saw. Who fucking knows?
Oh
right?
my God! Speaking of which, remember that like 2020 thing? Everyone's like, the world's gonna implode on itself, like in the year 2020. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there like, first of all, there would have been signs of that already. Two, I have a geology background. The Earth doesn't just fall apart, like that.
I mean, Y2K, all these things happen, right? But I think that
there's always some big apocalypse that people are talking about that doesn't ever happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a zombie apocalypse or anything like that. It's gonna be something where some dumbass
biological.
Nuclear. I don't think it's gonna be biological. I think we're gonna fucking nuclear bomb. I think it's gonna be a nuclear bomb. I think somebody's gonna fucking get the balls enough to pull that trigger.
Yeah, who's gonna do it first? We got some options.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Think China?
I don't know. I don't know if China. I think it might be
probably be airburst.
Maybe Iran.
Maybe.
Iran if they start because they're getting close. We gave them the capability to do it, so they're getting close. So
I'm looking at what Joe's looking at. So depending on the amount of radium that they have in there and radiation and all the things, can really depend the amount of whatever explosive that they use would really determine the projectile distance. I know a little bit about nuclear and radiation stuff, so that's kind of why I'm looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Now, where are you guys at in that?
North, we're up there in Baltimore. Yeah. I'm pointing like you so you can see what I'm looking at. We're right here. You don't know?
Yeah, that's right. You guys are up in Baltimore, right? Yeah, I mean, have you guys watched that movie on Netflix called I talked about it already, I think. Leave the World Behind.
No.
You need to watch it.
Watch it.
It's insane because there's a line in that movie where I can never pronounce his first name. Is it Marcelo? What's that guy? I'm sorry, I just can never pronounce his first. But he's playing the new Blade, right? Last name's Ali.
Hold on. Is he hot?
Yeah, he's a good looking dude. He played in True Detectives. He's played in a shit ton of movies.
Blade. That's some good movies.
It's not Muhammad Ali. It starts with an M. It's like Marsala. No, I don't want to say Marsala because that's a fucking dish.
Guy, I know him.
Yeah. How do you say his first name?
Girl, I don't know. And anyway. I don't want to mispronounce.
Yeah. Anyways, well, there's a line in there where he's talking about because the world has in the movie. There's a power outage. They have no Wi-Fi. The TV's out. All this shit's going on. They don't really know what's happening. They're kind of in this house. And he's talking about how he manages money for a big person, right? He goes, I'm not going to give you the name, but if I said it, you would instantly know who it is, right? And he's telling a story about, he goes, a year ago, I'm with him drinking, doing all this stuff, and he wanted to continue party. He liked to party. And his wife said, okay, I'll take a taxi home. You gonna say it?
No, sorry. Okay. I was not listening to you.
So they continue party, and he goes, so the conversation, he liked to joke around a lot, he goes, so what are you and your cabal going to do, right? And he just laughed about it. The guy, he just laughed, ha ha ha, right? The evil cabal, right? And then he goes, the night that the power went out, he called me before it and said, I want to move this money, which is a lot of money for even for him. And he goes, what are you and your cabal going to have a party or something? And he goes, he didn't laugh. And he laughs at everything. And he said, praying for you. So there's some fucking evil in the premise of the movie, that there's some evil people out there that get the inside word, like shit's going down.
Like insider trading, but for terrorism?
Yeah, well, not terrorism, just like basically a fucking world reset. Like, let's get the fucking peons that listen to everything we fucking say, that pay attention, like they pay attention to everything we want them to fucking do. They're little drones, and let's get them to fight each other. And then once all that's done, we'll come in and clean it up.
Oh, like the Purge.
Kind of, right? But on a grander scale, right? And the movie called Leave the World Behind is it's insane. Like I hope you watch it, because it kind of, not to go all conspiracy and fucking crazy and shit, but it feels like it's a playbook, like of what's to come. And you watch things on the news and watch things that are happening, and you're just like, holy fuck.
All right, so what we gonna do?
Oh, die?
Wow, you'd be a little more optimistic than that?
I mean,
like, speaking like realistically, like who are we? Like,
well, yeah, exactly. We're not planned. We're not planned out. Like we sat there, like everybody else made fun of all the fucking goddamn preppers, right? All the fucking bunker makers made fun of all of them. They'll be the ones that live, right? But if it's a nuclear fallout and we have to fucking depend on Nicole's knife skills, and her line skills, I mean, do we want to live in that world anyways? Like,
yeah, why not?
I honestly, if there was something that's gonna come and end the world, just take me out in the first wave. I don't want to be here. Because
honestly, I thought about that.
Because
like,
what's coming after that? Yeah, because what's coming after that is gonna be fucking ungodly.
Like,
well,
like 28 days later situation where you're like scavenging, you're hiding from marauders. Like that's gonna be a test.
Yeah.
Like when we look at these recently attacked places, like wars starting up everywhere, and like you're seeing people get displaced, and I'm like, what are we gonna do here? Like no one in America will like mentally survive that, because we're not ready. Like
no
one's ready. We're cushy.
Yeah,
we're
soft.
comfortable. We're soft. We're inexperienced. We have no skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be complete chaos. People are gonna take advantage of each other. Like anybody with guns, you'll be good for a little bit.
A little bit. The bullets gonna run out.
Run out of ammo, right? Yeah. Unless you know how to make your own ammo.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like take me out in the first wave.
Yeah.
I don't want to. If that's coming, I don't want to be here for what's coming next, because you're gonna see a different level of humanity. And I think honestly, during COVID, we got a small taste of it. A fucking like a smidget taste of what a fucking event of epic proportions would be during COVID, because people panic bought everything, right? They're fucking fighting people for fucking toilet paper and cleaner and all this other shit. Now, that's toilet paper and cleaner. Imagine food. Because
water.
when food and water
out here,
oh my god.
Yep. And then there's the people who were like intentionally spreading it, like spitting on the food in the supermarkets.
Yeah.
Knowing they had it.
Yeah, they were licking the fucking ice cream shit. Fucking retarded.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
All for Instagram clicks. But like,
there's that, and there was some other woman. She was like older, who like obviously has mental health issues, but she was like with COVID really. Anyway, but long story short, they like obviously caught her, and I don't remember what you can charge somebody with. I should ask somebody who's an attorney. Anyway, but so it's wild.
Yeah, so I just think that like if you want another like real taste of how it's going to be, is watch a hurricane devastated area.
Yeah. Well,
right.
Katrina,
and
are you kidding me? That place is still coming back up.
But what I'm saying is like that during that time or at the aftermath, just of rape, murder, looting,
Because they're
Okay,
like,
here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
I'm,
For the
I'm
listeners,
talking about a
next
fucking
week-
world. The world.
next week we're gonna put together end of the world emergency response kit that we need all of our listeners to go out and get. We're gonna get it too. We're gonna be ready for this.
Wait, are we producing it and selling it at an outrageous
Yes, we are.
price? And then
We'll
fucking
give you the link.
yeah. All right, and just put in 2Noobs2Boobs and get your 10% discount.
Yes.
on your emergency preparedness
Yeah,
kit.
It'd be like a bucket of slop.
and I don't want to be like all doom and gloom again, right? But these are, I don't think in recent memory, I don't think I've ever have been nervous about the world, right? And I know like the 60s, they had the fucking Cuban Missile Crisis and all that other shit, right? Where they're worried about, I mean, that was a close time period. But we're fucked. Because as if you mentioned, our country is a bunch of spoiled fucking kids. That is all we are, right? We're all spoiled fucking kids, right? And it's imagine or try to remember a friend when you were growing up, right? That was richer than you in Christmas time. Okay, so you're happy with your fucking little top or whatever fucking bullshit that you got, right? And this, I'm joking around, right? You're happy with your little fucking toy you're happy with your toy that you got, right? And then this motherfucker is complaining that the bike that he got, that's probably fucking $1,000, was the wrong color, right? That's America. That's America. We're spoiled fucking children of the world. Yeah. We're spoiled. We got everything we ever wanted. The world we abuse the fact that everything is easier for us to get. If you go to other countries and see what they're dealing with and the struggles that they're dealing with, we are not ready. We are not ready for a fucking attack in this country. Now the people that are buried in the fucking mountains and fucking got all those other fucking guns everywhere. They'll be okay. They'll survive for a little bit. It'll be like a Red Dawn type situation, right? But all of us,
I love that movie.
All of us, we're fucked.
Yeah. What are you writing? Are you writing down your plan, Nicole?
Yeah. Do you see me with pen and I'm
Sharpen knives. Get knives.
Buy
a knife. Lie.
I have the knives.
Lie and acquire a knife holster.
I have
a knife holster. I mean, yeah, a couple of them, like a leg strap, a thigh strap.
Girl, I got all kinds of straps for you over here.
There you go. Bring strap-ons. Stab people in the face with a dildo.
You have like a jacket that has like pockets for different knives to protect.
And then I just like whip out and then just start throwing.
Yeah.
As I hit this plant that's right here.
Yeah. We need to take you to one of those axe throwing places.
Those are
you don't think I've already been?
Oh, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have one in your apartment. It's right around the corner. You're just fucking throwing, underhand throwing fucking knives and shit.
Just flicking.
Steak knives. Yeah.
She does the one thing where she just like flicks it with her finger.
Yeah. She's like
into the center target.
Cutting up dinner, and then she throws a knife strip in the air and it lands perfectly onto the cutting board.
I'm the MacGyver of using knives.
So you make knives out of like
bubble
gum paper and fucking
a couple of toothpicks and a thumbtack, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, maybe all these like billionaires are making bunkers because we all just found out they're on the Epstein list.
Girl, let me tell you something. I thought that. And I was like, why are they?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, are you running from something? And I was like, oh.
Seeing more and more like 2024 is the year of the truth because like
it's
coming out.
I dig it.
Cat Williams is spilling the tea on everything.
That was
just dropping bombs.
Dropping bombs.
And
amazing.
And I don't know if people are ready to hear it because there is a lot of people like when you would say shit, they'd be like, "You're a fucking conspiracy theorist. You're fucking nuts. You're fucking crazy, right?" But the conspiracies are coming true.
Like 20 years ago,
so it's like
everything is so well hush hush before, and now keep it going.
Yeah,
keep it going.
I love it. I love it.
It's kind of in the same realm where it's like, remember, like you would find out someone of power was like cheating on his wife, and then the mistress would like come out, and then they would just like say all this shit, and then they would like pay her off, and then she would just go away. Meanwhile, now what's happening is these mistresses are coming out, saying all this shit that stuff's happening, everyone's like, okay,
Yeah.
great,
Yeah, like poor Stormy
Cool.
Daniels.
like
Yeah.
right. It's we're not in those days anymore. Like no one's shocked anymore by anything. Like I'm like,
But,
okay, great.
like how do you like it's celebrities? All right, whatever. Like we're not gonna hold them accountable by like not watching their movie or something. Like they'll figure it out on their own. But like politicians, we really need to do something about it and like
Yes. Absolutely.
not forget these things.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of fucking scumbags. Every single one of them.
Figure it out.
They are. They're fucking horrible
Absolutely.
human beings. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And it's sad that we are like that in the state that we're at right now, like with our politics, because it is just more proof that what we have, again, is starting to crumble.
Yeah. We need more people like us running. Like we need to put our trust in like a normal quote unquote person.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that you have too much money in politics, right? And once you have that position of, well, this is how I'm going to create my generational wealth, right? Where it's going to be my legacy and all this other bullshit, right? And you have all this money pouring in, and then when you try to go in there and get them out, nope. You're gonna fucking. They're gonna fucking. They have more power than you. They have more capability than you, and they're gonna just either make you go away.
Oh, yeah. I want to say like the only thing we can do is eat the rich, as they say.
Yeah.
Or and have better contacts. Yeah, that's why you got to be out here schmoozing with the people.
Now, if you look at like the politicians, right? The congressmen and senators, right, are the only fucking, or even presidents too. Right, are the only profession in the world that work past retirement age.
Some of which to
think about
detriment.
it. Think about it. They're the only ones that are working past retirement age.
Well, our what? Supreme Court? It's literally you're voted in and then you're there.
Till you die, right? Congressman, you're there essentially till you fucking die, or you hang it up, right? 65 or 67 or whatever fucking retirement age is this year, right?
65.
They're over there fucking working until they're 70, 80 fucking years old, and they're dying in their fucking seat. I mean, they're like,
they're
like the one that just recently died last year. She was like fucking, you want me to sign something? They're like, yeah, sign right here. She's like, okay. And then like a week later, she died. Those things should not fucking count.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're not sitting there talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg like that.
Was that her? Yeah. Did you see the video? She was like, she's like,
that woman is a goddamn American.
I don't give a fuck. She's too fucking old to be making decisions for the fucking country. Same thing with Mitch McConnell, all fucking Joe Biden. All these motherfuckers are way too old.
My sister calls him Bitch McConnell.
Yeah. They're way too old to be making decisions for the fucking country. They're way too old. They don't know where the fuck they're at. Did you see where Mitch McConnell was like turned off? He was like, they're like, Senator McConnell, are you gonna fucking run again? He's like,
no.
I mean, just fucking, and they're like, you can see all his orderlies like, did he just die standing up? You know, like, sir, are you there? You there? All right, like, over. And then they just shuffle him out. They just shuffle him out.
That's the thing, like, getting them to like impose their own term limits. Like
they won't because they make too much fucking money.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this though, right? What's good and what's happening now, which I kind of have a little bit of hope, is that the younger generation is like, and I say that like sounding like an old woman, is finally like is making the moves, right? So they're the younger voters who are turning 18, the Gen Zs that are now 18 and up, right? They're like, are you all fucking for real right now? Like, you know, so there's a little bit of a sparkle, maybe. So that's kind of nice.
But
because like we're fucked.
they're never going to relinquish their shit. They will stay in power forever, making fucking millions of dollars on decisions on our fucking lives, on our shit, for their own personal gain. They could give two fucks about us. Two fucks.
But that's fine, and that's on them. That's why when we as like people, right, have to make our own joy in life, you can't be so engulfed in the bullshit that is, you know, politics, because it's like it's never going to end, right? And also kind of what you're saying, right, is like, yeah, we're fucked, but like also we've been fucked. This isn't news. Like we've been fucked since forever.
We just know it's happening.
We just know
now we're
fucked,
being fucked, yeah.
So like people, like politicians coming up, like once like the DeSantises of the world
Are
are like
gone.
weeded out, like eventually
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. Probably not
Yeah.
our lifetime
No,
if we're still alive, but like
doubtful.
the kids will hopefully
will
pull
make the
this
changes
in
that
the
we
right
want to
direction.
see.
If we
Right, because
get there.
and again, the good thing is like kind of the positives is that the people who are currently making our decisions are slowly dying out.
It needs to be fastly, in my opinion.
So they're
we
making their
we
way
need to
out,
speed this
and
process up.
Yeah,
and the
definitely
new
more
people are
fastly
coming
than
in.
Yeah, because I'm so tired of their antiquated fucking decisions and their fucking policies and the things that they say and the like just trying to rip us apart for their own fucking political
Even
fucking
just, like,
shit. It's like,
And then like, why are you all still shocked that they say shit like this? Like this isn't their first rodeo. This isn't your first rodeo.
Yeah.
Why are you all still shocked? Like, I'm not shocked.
I'm just ready for them to go. I think that the senators and congressmen need to have term limits. You should not be fucking rich, but which just goes to show you that they don't really make the decisions. It's the people that have the money make this.
Right.
They're just the voice, you know. They're just the radio,
yeah.
you know, the speaker. I guess you could say, right?
Mm-hmm. And I know that like again, like the people who are in power currently, right, are like, well, the young generation they don't know what they're doing. You're like, no, you're the one who doesn't know what you're doing. You're just upset you're being finally called out and something's actually being done with you and your bullshit.
Yeah.
And like, which is you slowly dying out and these new people coming in and actually willing and ready to fuck shit up. Like that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So,
think
that's kind of nice.
I hope for the best.
Like watch, like remember House of Cards? Like I feel like
the Clinton biography.
yes.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
the craziness that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Because I think I like
stuff
too
we'll
that
never know.
I think I like too that people aren't scared to call other people out on their bullshit anymore. Like they used to do that and say that like, oh well, this person knows what he's doing or blah 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 blah. But that was all behind closed doors. Now that we've got social media and actually calling people out on their bullshit and like posting shit that like you should be like private information, but because it's requested through the government, like through government entities, you can post all that shit and really contradict what they're saying based on those person's actions, which is great.
Exactly.
America needs what's happening in Australia. There's a YouTuber, I think it's Friendly Jordies or something, and he is attacking every corrupt politician via YouTube, and like does like little documentaries on each one. It's like he's like the politicians are coming after him like publicly because they're like, oh, this is wrong, blah blah blah. But he has receipts for everything.
Receipts.
So like
That's
we
it.
need someone to do some goddamn journalism in America and not be afraid to be silenced, because like most people who are speaking up, like, you know, something's gonna happen, they gotta face legal battles, and no one wants to like go through that kind of like financial burden just to get the truth out.
Right. But also sometimes it's worth it because like then you're able to go, see, I was telling you idiots I was right the whole time, but because you're so closed-minded, you didn't want to hear it. We're too afraid to say anything.
So what you're saying is you want people to hold people accountable.
Other people accountable. Yeah.
Which would be a fucking unique, you know.
Like call them out on your bullshit.
Concept.
Like you said this, but you also said this. So really you're contradicting yourself and you sound stupid. So which one is it, Brenda? Which one is it?
It's all fucking contradiction. Playing on emotions. That's all it is.
Right. And you're scaring people, like, and people aren't like, and I've kind of noticed this too, people aren't reacting to scare tactics anymore, which is kind of nice. Again, people aren't shocked by shit anymore. So like, you know, don't think but the truth.
Well, I mean, how can you be shocked? I mean, we've discussed this a couple episodes, is that you have major events happening every day. I mean, we just had it in the sporting world.
With your like
how we started this podcast. We just had it happen in the sporting world this week.
Yeah, like you can't gaslight me anymore about shit when I'm watching you watch you doing the thing that you're doing.
Did you guys see that fucking jellyfish UAP that flew over Iraq? Or the UFO?
Oh, yes. Wait, the ones in Florida? Which one are you talking about?
No, this one's in Iraq.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's the one you sent me, right?
It's like a jellyfish. Looks like a jellyfish going. It's like changing colors and shit. Going thermal and you didn't see that one?
I can't comprehend. I still, it's something on the lens to me that I don't know.
You think it's something on the lens? It might
Does
be.
it look like they're robots from Star Wars? The ones that did, you know,
Yes, the
what I'm talking
Imperial
about?
Pro Droid. Yeah.
Imperial Pro Droid. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah, that's what it looks like.
That
and
sounds
it's
like
like,
a good
and it
time.
goes, and it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa, whoa,
My brain cannot comprehend what that. If it was an actual like flying thing.
Well,
no.
said that aliens are real, so I mean, at this point, I don't care. Don't care anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish they'd just come down.
Aliens are real.
Project Bluebeam.
At this point, just come down and talk to us because we need something else. Let's just have another major life event happen.
I'm sick of you and your blurry ass photos and videos. Just come down and say hi. Like we know you're there. It's fine.
Well, didn't somebody try to go to the moon this week?
And
then like,
a bunch of
ours.
happening.
We had it was ours.
Yeah.
They have an issue. So like there's a leak in the fucking I think in the fuel line or one of the lines it's causing a leak, and then it's causing the structure of the craft to like fucking implode, you know?
Oh.
So there's like it looks like it got hit
by
No, it's what is it? What's the mission? The Artemis. It's
Are we
Artemis.
trying to go back to the moon? I thought we were.
Oh yeah, we're going to the moon.
At least explore the dark side of it.
That's where
they've
already explored that. We're going to the moon so
haven't.
Elon can make his fucking bunker up there.
Honestly, the moon's kind of cool.
let's go.
I get it.
Yeah, so that had an issue, and then
appeal.
it's having more like I don't know if they're gonna be able to complete their mission because I think it was supposed to land or something. I read something. I was like, you know, on top of everything else going on in the world, trying to fucking read it. And that's the other problem too is you read so much shit, and then you forget like.
So you're saying you can't read and you can't comprehend.
No,
what you
it's
are
just
reading.
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you just read so much shit that you forget what the fuck you're reading about because there's so much shit happening and there's so much information being plugged into your fucking brain.
That's why I don't pay attention to a lot of it unless it's in the science realm or has to do with health and beauty because I'm obsessed with myself and I'm obsessed with myself and I care about how I look. Okay,
knife sharpening and throwing knives.
Knives weekly.
I sit there in the dark, rock back and forth with a knife in my hand, just soon, baby, it's okay. Soon.
Soon we will be in the apocalypse, and you'll get your blood on your blade.
We'll get there. And like, you know, just like I'll adopt the same rules as a samurai, right? Like you can't, you draw the knife, you draw your katana out. You cannot put it back until you draw blood.
That's exactly correct. That is exactly correct. Well, I think that's a good ending point right there because we kind of went off a fucking deep end a little bit.
Drew blood.
Yeah, we finally drew blood.
Long story short, don't fuck with me.
Yes, don't fuck with Nicole and the fucking her knife skills, right?
Because I'll ruin your whole life.
Yeah. So good episode. Make sure you guys check us out. Hit that like, follow, subscribe on YouTube. We're also on Spotify. I had a
Go on YouTube where you can see exclusively the first releases of our podcast before it goes to Spotify.
Yes, yeah. It will definitely post live on fucking YouTube faster than it does on Spotify because Spotify has a fucking like a slower process. And then I got so busy that I forgot to hit publish, which I just published last week's episode today.
You get two for folks. You get
two episodes. You get last week's episode. If you are specifically, which by the time you hear this, maybe you already noticed it and then you caught it. But anywho,
you're like, oh, okay.
I mean, are we like in a fucking time warp? I don't know. Like, what happens? But anyways,
do the time
all right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure you guys check us out. Hit that like, subscribe, and follow, and we will see you all later.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good week.